testing accommodation guidelines. With the old state assessments, accommodations were added after the fact, and students either received accommodations or not. Most accommodations were delivered manually, like as seen in small group read-aloud accommodations. The changes in the new model bring a Universal Design for Learning (UDL) framework designed for the widest range of students. 3 levels of support ensure that students in both general ed and special ed have appropriate universal tools, designated supports, and/or accommodations as indicated by each student's individual need. The universal tools are features available to all students during appropriate places during the assessment, including those receiving designated supports and/or accommodations. Many, but not all, of the universal tools will be embedded in the tests. Embedded tools include supports like highlighters, calculator for calculator-allowed items, notepad, and glossary. Beyond the universal tools, some students will need more designated supports. These designated accessibility features must be earmarked for students well ahead of the test through a personal needs profile in PARCC states or an individual student assessment accessibility profile, ISAP, in Smarter Balance states. Either way, students' needs must be documented well ahead of time through a diagnostic process, and the accommodations must be used well ahead of testing to be valid. Dedicated supports include tools like text-to-speech for math, color masking, and translation supports. Individualized accommodations include changes in testing procedure or how material is presented. Permissible accommodations are a little different in PARCC, Smarter Balance, and the non-participating states. And some of the nomenclature is different, but a few common points to keep in mind are: IEP teams will still be responsible to make accommodation decisions. The accommodations needed for each student must be made well ahead of the assessment date. And the accommodations must be used instructionally by the student throughout the school year. Someone must be responsible for entering each student's information into the assessment record-keeping system for both embedded and non-embedded accommodations. Parents need to be informed of their students' accommodations. Accommodations will still require an IEP, unless the student has an injury, such as a broken arm, that prevents him or her from using a computer. Examples of accommodations include Braille, closed captioning, read aloud, extra time, and additional assistive technologies including word prediction on the PARCC assessment and speech-to-text on Smarter Balanced.